Because if Barcelona say, here's a player we don't trust, who's always injured, who lacks work ethic, but he's all yours for, 80 million euros. They're not exactly going to be the best salesman in the world. If you're trying to sell a product, don't advertise how bad it is. That and more coming up in the next few minutes. Myself and Angelina are here for another Q&A. I'm going to start this week with one from Ryan Andy, who said, question, seeing as Liverpool will no longer be breaking Man City's 100 points tally, do you think the Centurions of Manchester City were better than this season's Liverpool?
I guess you could argue that they were better. I mean, City, they only lost, I think, 2 games that season. I think before the break, I probably would have said that this Liverpool team was better.
Yeah.
And I 100% thought they were going to get that 100, if not more. I just think the way that things have been going, maybe, I don't know, people are kind of sitting back and chilling because they've already won it, but some of these results that they've been getting, maybe it's still a great team, but a few results that, for me, it kind of tarnishes this Premier League title a tiny weeny bit, because I'm just thinking, you've not seen it through to the end. What I mean?
But it's true. It's true though. Like I completely agree. I think before the lockdown, when you could say they were insane, it was 20. What was it up until the Watford defeat? It was something like 27 wins and a draw, or 26 wins and a draw. But that's not the full season. So I don't care if they were good up until game week 28. That's not the full season. I think that they won't beat the 100-point record, which means technically they weren't the best Premier League team ever. Manchester City had, I think, the perfect home record. Maybe they had 18 home wins out of 19. Actually, I believe they did. In terms of, most points at home, they had 55 out of 57. I just think that, and in terms of playing good football, Manchester City also played phenomenal football. And you saw City in their last 2 games really striving for it. I mean, that win, it was away at Southampton, I believe, with Gabriel Jesus scoring. They win 1-0. They went right down to the wire just to get the record, just to get the 100 points. And that's what you kind of got to do. Yeah. You can't just sack it off and say, oh, here, Arsenal, have 2 terrible goals. We don't really care. And then still be the best team.
Exactly, and that's up until that point. I probably, if they would have got more than the 100 points, I guess, points wise, that they are the best.
They are the best,
Even if they'd have come close, but still performed well, you could still argue that they are still to be considered fantastic. They're still great, but it's just that not being so laser focused in thinking, I don't care if we've already won it, I don't care what's going on. We need to consistently see this through and finish strong, and they've not.
I don't think Klopp will be very happy, because I think you've seen with Guardiola, he demands the perfection regardless of which game or which minute. And I think, it's cool.
Okay, so next question is from JMN. So where do you see these players going next season? So first up, Thiago.
Thiago, I'm not so sure about the Liverpool deal.
No.
I was when it first came out, not so much recently. They want around 40 million euros. I'm not sure Barca are going to pay that to take him back. Liverpool, that's a very good question. At the moment, I'm not really sure. I think Liverpool's the strongest one. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but okay, we'll say Liverpool, because I can't think of anyone else really that will take him. I mean, everyone will take him. I just can't see him going to any old team. This is Thiago we're talking about.
Next one, Jovic.
Luka Jovic. I see him going on loan to Hertha. I see him returning to the Bundesliga. Hertha have only got one fit striker after Ibisevic has left, in Krzysztof Piątek. And he was brilliant for Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. I'm going to say Hertha. They've got the money for it too.
Griezmann,
I think, is going to stay at Barcelona for one more season.
Partey.
Arsenal, actually. I think that deal's going to happen.
Yeah.
Arsenal or stay at Atleti. I can't see anyone else getting him.
Grealish.
Ooh, Grealish. Weirdly enough, I'm going to say Tottenham.
I was going to say there's a couple of people that will be looking at him.
I've been convinced by my friend who's a massive Manchester United fan that...
Not me.
Not you, no, one of my mates. He's convinced me that it's pointless signing Grealish because of Bruno and Pogba and everything else, and that he's going to go to Spurs. And I kind of jumped on the bandwagon.
Why not?
Just from his thoughts. And yeah, Tottenham.
Speaking of United, Sancho.
Yes, United. Sancho's United.
And Koulibaly.
Now that City aren't banned from European competition and will spend some money, I think Manchester City. I think they're the ones for Koulibaly.
We've got a little bonus question here. If you see Ronaldo or Messi leaving their current clubs anytime soon.
No. Staying at Juve, staying at Barca.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's going to be something mad before they leave. Next up, this is a tough one. Aristotelis Kalamburas. I believe I pronounced that right. Both PSG and Atalanta are great attacking teams that they lack at defence. Could it be a high-scoring match? So this is obviously the quarter-finals of the Champions League.
Yes. I think this will be an exciting game. Obviously, defensively, I mean, Atalanta, not the best defensively. I mean, they're still second in the league. They're still doing all right for themselves. Their defenders are they're all kind of like mid-20s to kind of like 30. Maybe they'll need to make a couple of signings there, who knows. But I think... Yeah, they both lack things defensively. PSG have got a lot of kind of golden oldies maybe signing out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will obviously contribute to the game. But I think as well, it's more like I think Atalanta will have nothing to lose in this game. They're kind of like
absolutely.
They've been stamped as the underdogs. So you would expect them to be going out there thinking, you know what, let's just go for it. And I think PSG will be so desperate to progress that they're also going to have that mentality of, we need to just absolutely go for this.
And it's one game, 90 minutes. There's no two legs. I think that's going to favour both of them, favour every attacking side. If there's a good period in the game and Neymar and Mbappe are on form and there's a 20, 30-minute period where they blitz the opposition, it's 3-0. No one's coming back from that. Yeah. And, not 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, whatever. And it's 90 minutes and it's done. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to see a lot of attacking football because it's knockout football.
Yeah, 100%. It will be exciting. Okay, so the next one is from Viswajith Raja. So, the curious case of Ousmane Dembélé. What do Barca do with him? He's got potential, but he's injury prone and his work ethic has been questioned. Should he stay or be sold for more transfer funds?
Well, this is a problem. They're kind of in a weird position because they can't sell him for a lot of money. Because if Barcelona say, here's a player we don't trust, who's always injured, who lacks work ethic, but he's all yours for, 80 million euros. They're not exactly going to be the best salesman in the world. If you're trying to sell a product, don't advertise how bad it is, which is the issue. So they've kind of, unless they're going to be selling him for 30, 40 million, unless they're going to be using him as part of a swap deal, who knows, Neymar, maybe, they're going to have to stick with him and they're going to have to work with him, which they can because he's got potential, he's got ability and he's still young, until he comes good. Then, once he comes good, you can either A, charge a lot of money for him because he's then become a world-class player, or keep him because he's a world-class player. So I think regardless, they're going to keep him. But yeah, to sell him now, it's kind of like the whole Pogba situation. When Pogba was in and out of the team and he was injured, you can't charge a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
When he's back on form, then you can, it's like putting together a YouTube highlights video. You put together all your best clips of Pogba this season. There's not going to be too many before lockdown to sell him on.
Yes.
But then you put in all his goals, bam, million views, content. There's my rant on that. Pro Gaming 12 has said, should Chelsea go for Oblak or stick with Kepa or buy someone else? If so, who should it be?
I think Kepa is a bit of a weak link in that team. I think he's prone to mistakes. I don't watch him and feel like I have trust issues with him, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't look at him and think, you've got this, mate. Oblak at the end of the day is what, 27-ish? One of the best. I can 100% see why they're going for him. But obviously he's one of the best. He's not going to be the cheapest. I think with Chelsea looking at, like having a lot of younger players, I think Dean Henderson might be on their radar. And I also read somewhere a rumour of the AC Milan goalkeeper. I'll probably say his name wrong. Yeah, he's 21. If AC Milan need to get rid to maybe balance a few bucks, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I think if they can get him at a reasonable price, great. But if someone like Dean Henderson's available, why not go for him?
The thing is, I think United will be reluctant to sell to a rival when it comes to Henderson. Everyone's going to want Oblak if he's available. If the world finds out that the best goalkeeper in the world is available for 80 million, Chelsea are going to have a bit of a race on their hands. I think Andre Onana as well is going to be leaving Ajax, and he seems to be the cheaper option. Very good with his feet as well as being a top goalkeeper, and I think that's what a lot of teams will be looking for. Jan Oblak. The thing is with Kepa, again, much like Ousmane Dembélé, if Kepa's that bad that they want to sell him, they can't go and say he's 70 million's worth. Yeah. So maybe a swap deal. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. If you were Atletico Madrid, would you take 50 million euros plus Kepa for Oblak? Would you? I mean, I wouldn't. But then again, it's not actually that bad a deal. Anyway, okay, you're last.
So this is from Philip RN. So do you think Osimhen will flop at Napoli? 81 million euros is a lot of money, in my opinion.
Ooh, okay, well, the 81 million isn't his fault. This is what you got to remember. Like, if he's worth that much to Lille, and if Napoli want to pay it, then they pay it. Yeah. It is an extraordinary price tag, especially moving to another league. I think he's had a very good season, a very good few seasons when they signed him from Genk, I believe it was. Might not have been Genk, but certainly from the Belgian league. And he's been brilliant this season for Lille, and I think that's where the price comes from. He is the difference between Lille making the Champions League and not making the Champions League. And that is worth a lot of money. So if they're going to sell him and then let's say next season not make the Champions League, they're going to miss out on a lot of money. So they're going to want a lot of money, in terms of for missing out. It seems to be that is the model with Lille as well. Nicola Pepe, they bought in for not very much money at all. 2 or 3 seasons later, 72 million from Arsenal. I think Osimhen was bought in for about 16 million, maybe a little bit less. And to sell him 1 year later for 81 is incredible. Regardless of how good the player is, that is an insane sort of system they're running. Similar to Dortmund in some respects. There was also, I think it was Mendes in midfield is the one who might have moved to Marseille or to Lyon, potentially. Lille fans, let us know. Yeah, do I think he'll flop? Who's to say? I hope not, because he looks like a great player, so I don't think so. Anyway, right, that is it. That is all from us for today's Q&A, but make sure you look out for our Q&A extra, where we'll be going through a few more topics as well. Thank you so much, as always, for all of your questions. Every Wednesday night in the YouTube community tabs where you can find our post, where you can ask myself and Angelina everything you want to know for Friday's episode. But that's all from us. Until next week, we'll see you guys later.